Hi,
I'm Amy.
I'm Laura.
And we are
TwoPaperGirls.
Today we're going to show you our October wrap-up.
We read quite a lot more than last month, and that's probably because we have to. So let's just get into it.
We read mostly the same things in October for our uni course.
The first one is Medea by Euripides. This is a Greek tragedy about a woman that kills her kids. Not a spoiler because it's obvious.
From the start, she's like, I'm going to kill my kids.
Yeah. We went to go see the National Theatre live and it wasn't as obvious, but when you read it, it's literally just like every other sentence. It's like, oh my god, I hope I don't kill my kids, but I might.
I hate them so much. Like, I gave Medea 3.5 out of 5 stars.
I'm going to give it 4 because I didn't enjoy reading it as much, but seeing it performed, I was like, it really made an impression on me. So I'm going to take it as a performance rather than just reading it.
The next book we read was Utopia by Thomas More. This is a very strange utopian, dystopian mix. It's kind of like the first of its genre.
It's split into 2 books. Book 1 just sort of talks about modern day society and the second one talks about the utopian society. And it's sort of like, is it really perfect or not? Because it sort of on the surface looks perfect. When you think about it, it takes away a lot of like what makes people human and individual.
It's a terrible, terrible place and it's a terrible book and it gets 2 stars.
I'm going to give it 2.5 because I like the concept. It was just badly written because there was no storyline. It was just like instructions.
The concept only gets it 2 from me. I can't give it. Thomas More. No. Stick to being a lawyer.
We did read some different books this month because Amy was a bit more on top of reading than me, so could read some things for fun. And I also take the Shakespeare Histories module, which has some extra reading that Amy didn't have to do.
I'm quite glad I didn't take Shakespeare's History, so I got to read Every Day by David Levithan. You should go and watch Laura's review of this because it's brilliant. I love this book. She told me how good it was going to be, and we have a thing where if we like a book, we tend to put it off reading it.
Yeah, like if I love City of Bones and Amy didn't want to read City of Bones, and there's been like Amy loved The Maze Runner and I didn't want to read it. I think we like big it up too much to the other person.
I don't want to upset you if I don't like it as much, so I don't read it.
Yeah.
But I read this straight away and I'm so glad I did because I literally read it in 2 days. It was so good. I think it's one of David Levithan's best.
Yeah, I agree.
It's very good. So it gets 4.5 out of 5.
It's stingy.
It's not one of my favourites. I think you can only give your favourites 5.
Yeah.
And it's not my favourite, but it's 4.5. It's nearly my favourite.
So this month I also read Richard II by William Shakespeare. This took me a really long time to read. I don't really know why. I love Shakespeare, but I just found it quite boring in places and also a bit confusing. Like everyone's the Duke of Norfolk and the Duke of Essex. It's just so many names. But it was okay. I don't know how I feel about this. I haven't really thought about it in terms of star ratings. I just thought I have to read this for my course. So I didn't really think about how I was enjoying it. I'd probably give it like 2 stars.
It's okay to dislike a Shakespeare.
Yeah, I just don't know why I don't dislike it.
Because Richard II's a whiny man-child.
Yeah, I don't know why I dislike it. It was just...
For that reason.
I felt quite sorry for him by the end of it. It was just a bit boring. I know history's not my thing, so that probably doesn't help. Probably shouldn't have took Shakespeare's Histories, but you know.
It's Shakespeare.
Yeah.
The next book I read was The Tempest by William Shakespeare. We had to read this for our studying lit module. It was very odd. I don't think I like it as one of Shakespeare's plays.
I haven't read it yet because I am behind. I should have read it, but as I said, Shakespeare's Histories has given me 3 extra books to read and I've just gotten a little bit behind.
And they're massive.
And I've been busy at the weekends when Amy's done lots of work, so yeah, I will catch up. Next month I will probably have more books than Amy.
Make me sound like a swat.
Like next month I will have read like 10 things because there's like 5 things I should have read.
You're going to be on top of things.
I haven't, but I will catch up. I will.
Tempest. I watched the film before I read the play, and so I didn't really understand because the film is weird.
Yeah, I saw
Very
the film as
strange.
well. It was very strange. Like
Didn't rate that.
Naked Ben Whishaw, which should make it better, but he's a weird fairy that turns into like a fire demon and a frog, and it's trippy.
After studying it though, Caliban is a brilliant character. Considering this for the coursework question.
Yeah, same.
Actually, so Tempest, even though it's not one of my favourite Shakespeares, it's still Shakespeare, so it gets 4 out of 5 stars.
I will give you my review next month. Next thing we read, we don't have with us because we got given a paper copy, which is over there, and we're lazy. That is a second Shepherd's Play by unknown medieval man or woman.
Yeah, don't be sexist.
Medieval person.
Medieval.
It was basically a play about 3 shepherds that like
Sorry, it's
Jesus
stupid.
meets, and their sheep is stolen, and then the sheep is Jesus. It was weird.
It was medieval.
I was crying with laughter in the lecture because the whole lecture was about how Jesus is a sheep. And I lost it. Like on the PowerPoint, there was just his sheep staring at me, and I was crying. And Amy
It was
like,
meant to be funny though. Like
Yeah.
the play is
No, the
meant
play
to
is
make you laugh.
Yeah, it is meant to be funny,
So we're all right.
but it was odd.
It was so bad to read. Like literally, the play is Shepherd 1 gets a speech, Shepherd 2 gets a speech, Shepherd 3 gets a speech.
Sheep is nicked. Where is sheep? There's sheep.
There's
then an angel
Jesus.
comes and he's like, Jesus has been born. Even though before Jesus being born, they already talk about Jesus being on the cross. So,
These shepherds can see into the future.
yeah, I'm going to give it 1.5 stars.
Yeah, me too. Because it's not 1
No, because that's just, like,
That's
Wolf
just
Hall is
mean.
1. Like, it's better than
for
that.
you. But it's not 2. The next book that I read was Beowulf. Yeah, this is Seamus Heaney's translation. It was really good, I thought. I really enjoyed it, more so than I did the first time I read it, because I read it
Yeah.
a couple of years ago and I was just like, what is this? But this time I really enjoyed it. I actually read my Kindle copy, but it was the same version. My arms were aching, so I was like, I'm just going to get it on my Kindle, and I just had to press the pages, and it was brilliant.
I also should have read this for last week, but that is my bookmark. I'm nearly there. I'm really, really enjoying it as well. Like, I read it about this time last year, and I remember quite liking it, but finding it a bit boring. But I think because we're like studying the time period, I'm really enjoying it. So I will give it a star rating next month. I'm going to finish it today, but I'm not going to lie in my wrap up and say it's done.
I think it gets 4.
I'm feeling a 4. I reckon I'm going to give it a 4.
I think I'm settling on 4.
The last book that Amy read in October that I should have finished is Urunoku by Afra Ben. This is basically about a prince who gets enslaved, and so does his missus, and it's just quite sad. No spoilers, but it's quite traumatic. I'm like halfway through, a third of the way through, and I'm quite enjoying it. I'm going to finish this in the next couple of days as well.
I really liked it. The ending is disgusting. Like, I was reading it, like, what is this?
Yeah.
And Afra Ben was a woman, which I didn't know. I was expecting
Shocker.
it to be a man for some reason, but she's like the first woman who made a living out of
Yeah, this is like the
writing.
first novel. Like, this came before Robinson Crusoe, which everyone classes as like the first real novel. So this is sort of the real first novel.
And it's really good.
I'm on the fence. I think I've got to finish it before I can make a judgment, but I don't know.
I'm giving it 4. Just people that have read it, no spoilers, but the reunion scene is beautiful.
I'm going to give it, well, I will probably give it a 3, because I do know what happens because I read a summary for the lecture, but I haven't actually finished reading it myself, so.
It's harrowing, and I have a bit of a crush on Oronuko.
That's it for our October wrap-up. We did quite well, a lot better than last month. Amy did very well.
I'm quite proud.
And I will hopefully have a fantastic November. I'm feeling it. I'm
feeling it too.
Technically, I should have finished 2 books by like the 1st of November. So
Same actually.
we'll be okay. Because
We'll
we have to read these books, else we're a bit stuffed. So
And there are a couple more YA I really want to read.
yeah, I really want to read Legend by Mary Lou still. Like, I have it next to me as like motivation to read my required reading so I can read it.
I really want to read Messenger of Fear by Michael Grant because I love the Gone series by him, and this new book looks amazing.
I really want to read this book I bought called Belzar as well. It just sounds amazing. Like, I bought it the other week and it's really just sounds good and short, and really want to read it.
So I'll see you on the next video, guys.
Bye.
Bye.